TB has always been a fight that needs various participations. This fight cannot be done alone when there's no head to that. Various aspects of health problems have been made. And then in Ghana, we're trying to eradicate TB. How do we do it? Who is in charge of this? And who is supposed to lead the fight? This is Stop TB Ghana Partnership TV. My name is Agneta Kwesi Addo. With me now, I have this prominent man who has led the fight against TB in Ghana, and he's still leading. Let's welcome Mr. David Kwesi Afreh. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Nita.
You're welcome. You're looking good.
The grace of God is abundant.
Thank you. Stop TB Ghana Partnership.
Yes.
So far, how has Stop TB Partnership Ghana's work been in Ghana? Yeah.
Stop TB Partnership Ghana formed in the year 2004. That was so many years ago.
So many years.
And pioneers like Dr. Dihier, Dr. Bonsu, Dr. but now Professor Addo of Noguchi.
Okay.
Were the main men fighting TB through the National TB Control Program, through Noguchi, and then they came up with what they call the GSPT, Ghana Society for the Prevention of TB in Ghana.
Okay.
Then they realized that no, they needed to do more of a partnership, and this partnership could be a Ghana partnership. And already there was the growing recognition of TB even at a global level. So by the year 2000, of course, they had the global Stop TB partnership. So by 2004 in Ghana, it was just appropriate that they adjusted to the global movement. And so these prominent men I mentioned came together, brought civil society together, brought government together, brought the private sector together through several consultations, and then we were able to come up with what we call the Stop TB Partnership Ghana. It has been a baby that was finding its way to grow until we got to 2012. A lot of NGOs have joined and community activities supported by the Global Fund through the National TB Control Program under the leadership of Dr. Bonsu those days, currently now Dr. Edusi Poku. The Stop TB Partnership has been there with a lot of members. We have more than 500 NGOs working in TB across this country.
500?
Over 500 membership across the 16 regions of Ghana.
Wow, that's really big.
That is how far we have come. There is a growing recognition of people like Nana Praji leading as a TB ambassador at the traditional front. You have the NGOs, you have the private sector, you have the academia, who are all coming on board because of research and all of that. So we are becoming better and better organized in order to be able, in fact, the Stop TB Partnership has representation at the CCM. And as we speak, of course, as the board chairman of the Stop TB Partnership, I'm representing the Stop TB Partnership Ghana at the country coordinating mechanism of the Global Fund. The TB partnership is very recognized at the CCM level. And so we are able to work even as we speak as a direct implementing partner of the principal recipient of the Global Fund called the Christian Health Association of Ghana. And so we are currently funding 97 NGOs working in more than 100 districts across the country since 2012.
Really?
And so if you ask me how far the Stop, in fact, as we speak, of course, the Stop TB Partnership is interested in putting TB on the high political agenda.
Okay.
How can we get the Minister of Health to get involved in the fight against TB? How can we get the President involved? How can we get the parliamentarians making statements on TB on the floor of Parliament? How can we get the Speaker of Parliament, the Chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on health, right?
Yes.
To get involved in the fight against TB. We do know that the government is responsible for everything that happens in Ghana. But how can we make sure that TB rings a bell on the table of His Excellency, the President of Ghana? This is how far we've come. And so a lot of media activities are taking place. We are doing a lot of engagement. We are engaging the media. We are training the communities. We are in the communities, screening people from the hard to reach communities, bridging the gaps between the poor and the rich, and those that are living in very remote areas. You want to go to the communities, get sputum, transport them to various facilities. Stop TB Partnership has grown.
You're really doing well.
Yeah.
Stop TB Partnership and Ghana Health Service.
Yes.
What has been the correlation? What has been the relationship between the two?
It's interesting for you to know that the national board, for example, that I chair, which is the National Executive Board of the Stop TB Partnership, it has the National TB Program Manager,
okay,
which is who is a staff of the Ghana Health Services, or for that matter, a representative of the Director General of Ghana Health Service, by extension, the Minister for Health. He's a member of the board of TB, of the Stop TB Partnership. At the regional level, we are looking at regional level of the partnership, where we are looking at the regional health director, the regional TB focal person, the regional public health director, who normally is the deputy director of health at the regional level, NGOs in every district, currently coming together to form the regional networks. At the district level, we are talking about district committees involving NGOs, the private sector, looking at pharmacies, schools, and the Ghana Health Service health management team at that level, forming a committee that runs decisions and run activities on finding TB cases at the district level. In fact, in ensuring that we work so well, no implementing partner or no NGO working in partnership with the Stop TB Partnership works in isolation.
Okay.
Everybody works with the district health management team.
Sure.
You must plan with the district and then you execute in collaboration with the district. You cannot go and collect sputum from the floor, from the communities, and take it to your office to test, or you don't even have the machines. It is the Ghana Health Service that has the gene expert machine that we use to screen for sputum and determine who is positive or negative. So we are working from the communities, link the members of the communities to Ghana Health Service through their facilities. When a person is TB positive, you put the person on treatment. It is the Ghana Health Services at the district level that puts the person on treatment. So the collaboration is simple.
Wow, I must
we
say
play our part, the government plays their part.
part.
We are providing health services. We are working to eliminate TB by 2030.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I must say, for your presentation, you're getting everybody involved in the fight.
Oh yes, as much as possible, everybody is supposed to be on board.
Wow.
At every point in time, you want to bring, look, we are zooming on this year into the mining communities. How can we get the mining companies involved? How can we get the oil companies involved? The government cannot do it alone. The communities cannot do it alone. We need the private sector businesses. Okay. For example, the mining companies, because of the work they do, TB is prominent among the mining communities. So as part of their corporate social responsibilities, can we get them to make sure that they avail their people to screen TB regularly? And can they put part of their corporate social responsibility funds into fighting TB? These are some of the engagements that are coming up. And we hope that, look, let me use this medium to start calling on them and saying that, look, together with Nana Ajinsem Pra, we are coming to them, we are having the discussion. Oil companies, we are calling on them, let everybody come on board.
I must say, I want to join this fight. So together, we are calling on them to join in fighting. But how has the journey been so far?
Of course, there's nothing that comes easy. For you to even have governments at all levels, public sector, wanting to be part of something that you do which does not really earn you resources in terms of benefit. It's just passion for health service delivery, passion to save humanity. And sometimes because not every human beings are interested in everything everybody wants to do. And so it takes a lot of time for you to get people to believe in what you are doing to save humanity. And look, governments at the highest level, how much of our national budget goes into health? Sometimes 11, sometimes 10, sometimes 9, sometimes 12.5% of the entire national budget. How much of this is particularly going to TB? Absolutely no. Apart from the main health system that you might get people going through, getting screened somehow, we don't directly fund TB, except for now that we are working with the Global Fund. So the Global Fund, through the country coordinating mechanism at the country level, are able to source for funding from the Global Fund. And then we are able to work with the National TB Control Program to be able to deliver on getting TB eradicated. Otherwise, funding is a huge problem.
Okay, so that even brings us to the issue with gene experts. In our earlier interviews, we got to know that there has been problems from various regions with the issue of gene experts.
Yeah. Gene experts is the finest machine now, one of the finest.
Wow.
That detects TB
Sure.
more easily than the normal microscopy. Right now, if you take 10 sputum to the gene expert side, if you did a very good job in collecting quality sputum, you should get about 2 positive cases. You could take the same 10 to the microscopy and you might not get any case.
Okay.
So positive cases can pass through the microscopy, you won't get them. But the possibility that you will get more than 50% of the cases of TB when you pass them through the gene expert is high. And therefore, it is important we put the gene expert in every district. As we speak, we don't have up to 130. So there are many of the districts that do not have. Now this brings us to the issue of sputum transportation. This is why communities transport maybe in one district and carry sputum to the other district. This is why the Stop TB Partnership didn't have a choice than to build capacity of its members.
Okay.
Buying them motorbikes so they can use the motorbike. In fact, we only have 50. We are talking about 97 NGOs implementing, and we have only, in fact, 45 motorbikes. We need another 45 to even get to 90. So we need more than 50 motorbikes.
So then, how do the others work?
Oh yes, so that tells you the difficulties that are there. Gradually, we are getting there. Can the private sector come to our aid? We have companies in this country that are providing, are selling motorbikes, that are assembling motorbikes. From Geneva to my village, from London to my village, from Kyoto to my village, across the countries, across the nations. Anybody who can help should come and help. We need more motorbikes. For what? For transportation of sputum. You see, there is difficulty in poor settings. Somebody is sick. You suspect, you presume this could be TB. The distance between him and the hospital is about 5 kilometers.
Okay.
He needs about 50 Ghana to go and come. In fact, for the whole month, he doesn't even earn up to 50 Ghana. This is how people died of TB. He can't go. So we have to make sure that that catastrophic cost of getting TB treated is taken away. So what we are doing is to transport the sputum, but not the human being. Okay. So the human being can still remain in his house or her house, and then we go, take the sputum, go to the lab, take the result, and come back and tell you you are positive or you are negative.
Wow.
If you need to take a drug, We go with the motorbike to the hospital, speak to the hospital to know that there is a case we need to deal with. With this movement, you are able to put the person on track through the cheap compound.
Why are you not allowing the person to go to the hospital themselves?
TB is infectious.
Okay.
Number two, the person doesn't have the resources to move.
Who is supposed to give the person resources?
This is health services. If you are sick, you are supposed to go to the hospital. Where a person is not able to go to the hospital, what do? This is why people die at home.
Okay, so there has been a call from individuals and other NGOs. In fact, to you and to me, who can support with other resources to fight this together.
Thank you so much.
Mr. David Kwesi Afreh.
Yes, my dear.
We are still talking about TV.
Yeah.
At Stop TB Ghana Partnership TV. Your last comments drew my attention to the United Nations high-level meeting targets,
Yeah.
of which Ghana has a target.
Yeah. Yes. On 26th of September 2018, of September 2018, in New York, His Excellency President Akufo Addo participated in the United Nations high-level meeting on TB to sign on to a commitment for Ghana to fight TB in a certain manner and to provide resources to ensure that we achieve certain targets. For example, we have certain number of cases we are supposed to find among children, among multi-drug resistant TB, and among the general population. These figures, indeed, we are supposed to be finding these cases, these numbers, by the end of this year, 2022.
Before you continue, viewers, I want to ask, do you think this target can be achieved by the end of 2022? Let's hear from Mr. Afreh.
Let me answer it. As we speak, I don't think we can. We haven't even achieved 50% of it. And it's accumulating.
You don't mean that?
No, we have not. I mean, the details are there. We have not. In fact, this is why we want to get the president's attention to it this year. By the time we are celebrating the World TB Day next month, March, the president must be aware that the target he went to sign on to for Ghana, we have not achieved. We have not achieved it because we don't have enough gene experts. There are shortages of cartridge that we use to run the test for TB.
Okay.
Resources for NGOs. What it means is that we need to ensure that civil society that runs the hard-to-reach communities, that are in contact with the people, are resourced. Parliament has to consciously allocate money for TB. That is how we broke down HIV in Ghana. I remember Professor Uku Sechi. There were budgets allocated under the office of the Ghana AIDS Commission. As we speak, we don't even have TB commission. You know, the moment COVID came, the president formed a board for COVID.
Okay.
I'm not sure COVID had not killed up to 1,000 people.
No.
But as we speak, in Ghana, a minimum of 3 people die of TB every day. Multiply that by 365 days in a year. We have more than 1,000 people dying every year with TB. If we are going to solve this problem, we need to get resources allocated directly under the office of the president. TB is a killer that nobody is making noise about. Men who are not coughing, the youth are coughing, the elderly people are coughing, pregnant women are coughing, children under 5 are on treatment. And as we speak, high level of multi-drug resistant TB. You know what that means? When we end up having like 1% of Ghana's population struggling to survive from multi-drug resistant TB. Now coupled with COVID, the death rate is going to go high. We don't have a choice. Public sector must be ready. The private sector must be ready. Businesses must be ready. Provide resources to civil society. Ensure there are available drugs for the people to be cured. Of course, treatment, because of the global fund, is free. All we need is government allocating resources. Let me tell you a gist of it.
Okay.
This year, for example, civil society just had about 3 million Ghana cedis. And we are giving resources about 10,000 Ghana cedis too. No, I'm talking about 2021.
2021.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we had a target to achieve screening and detecting to treat about 2,000 cases. As we speak, we hit that target by 140%.
Wow.
With just 3 million Ghana cedis. That is less than $500,000. What it means is that if the president can make available for civil society every year, even $2 million, $3 million, $5 million, indeed, we will have a huge transformation to save lives. In fact, we need to invest in TB now to save lives. COVID is even making it more beautiful, that we will be dying more if we don't tackle this thing with serious investment. The president must be ready to take it up at his own level. The members of parliament must be ready to talk about it. It should be part of the agenda. People are dying. Children are dying. Parents are dying. Youth are dying. In fact, the statistics are clear. Between the age of 25 to 35, they die a lot of TB.
Then that means we should treat TB like we are treating Unhlm now.
That is the point. There just have to be resources.
Dear President, our parliamentarians, the fight is not an easy one. We are hoping and believing that very soon you allocate funds for us to be able to fight this together. TB is deadly. Let's not forget, it can affect you and it can affect me. My name is Kwesi Afreh, and this is Top TB Partnership Ghana TV. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Neta, for having me. God bless you.
God bless you too.